Hey everybody, it's Toronto Unicorn. It is July 21, 2021. I just got home from Oasis. I just ate a big juicy burger because I hadn't eaten all night, and now I'm making a video. So I wanted to tell you, so tonight was the first time I went to Oasis since it reopened as a single alone person. So I did not have a friend to go and like walk around the club with. Like, I went alone. And I actually felt so nervous that I remember thinking, like, if I smoke weed, will I be less nervous? Like, I remember thinking, how do I deal with the nervousness? And then realizing I just haven't felt this nervous before. Like, I haven't really felt nervous like this before. And I just knew it was a matter of like going into the club and like, you know, getting it kind of over with. So I'll tell you about my night. I ended up meeting some really nice, wonderful people, mostly gentlemen, a couple women or non-binary people, but I had the best time chatting with people, talking about, you know, my OnlyFans for one, talking about my YouTube channel, talking about life and their sexual fantasies they fulfilled and things like that. And then I did meet this lovely gentleman, kind of middle-aged single dad that was very friendly, very like just very engaging. And so I ended up kind of being a bit of a chat partner with him all night, and it was really pleasant. And then I met a lot of other people that I just felt like were good humans on the inside. Some of them recognized me from the Oasis site or my YouTube channel, which is kind of cool, but only a few of them I had to like tell them about it. But yeah, it was really fun. And I'll say that what I noticed about the sex club tonight is the following. It really is more of a social club. If you go there with a partner, you might just make it your own night, right? Like, you can go and fuck or have sex, whatever. But if you go as a single person, there's not a bunch of single people just waiting in line to like get fucked, right? It's really like you gotta go and like get yourself a drink or something and like make yourself a spot, go in the pool, go in the hot tub, talk to people, get to know people. Yeah, so anyways, I noticed that a lot of people were just there on their own. Some of them, it was their first night ever going to a sex club, a few of them. Some people had been to sex clubs before, but like never tried that one. But what I noticed is that people were in good spirits, people were good energy. There wasn't a lot of pickups or sex in front of us. It was more of a social night. But I did, like, later on I went upstairs because, hey, single guys are not allowed on the 3rd floor of Oasis, which is a big play area, right? There's a lot of playrooms up there. And single guys are not allowed up on there on certain nights unless they have accompanied by a woman. And so even though I go there and like I don't have sex with these people, I still am like a friendly girl. And so I'm like, I asked these guys, I'm like, do you want to go see upstairs? And so I had more than a few people interested. And so I had to ask one of my favorite staff members, like, is it possible to accompany multiple men upstairs? And she's like, yes, but you have to stay with them. So I ended up taking what I like to call platonic gangbang tours of like me pretending I'm going to have a gangbang just to show the single men around, to let them take a peek of like the sex that's going on upstairs. So I did that for a few of them. And at one point, one of the highlights of my night, one of my favorite hostesses for the virtual platform, Miss F or Fatima, is hosting the virtual event from one of the rooms there, which is called the Red Bar. And so I was able to actually pop into the room with a friend I had made that night, a young guy that's actually like really cool. I ended up kind of going and crashing, you know, behind the camera, and I got to see the people I chat with all the time on camera on the other side of the Oasis camera. It was crazy. I was with the Oasis girl, I was touching her, and I was able to be part of the Oasis, the camming. So anyways, that young lucky guy that was with me was a really good guy, but he ended up I rode him at one point as like a charade, because that's what we do with the virtual stuff. And so while we were upstairs on cam, we had a charade to do, and ours was riding. And so even though his like shorts were on and I had a thong on but nothing else, I literally got on top and like and then people had to guess what the charade was on the camera. So it was really fun, and I think that guy had a fun night, because how else does he randomly end up on some cam thing, like girls riding him? Like, I ended up kissing him at one point just as like a friendly thing. Oh, my boobs were in his face. Like, it was a charade. I was performing a part. But anyways, I really liked him. He was a nice person. Maybe another time I'll hang out with him again soon, because oddly enough I ran into him on my way home, but like close to my home, like far away from the club. And what's funny is that he was in front of me, so it's not like he was following me. If anything, I was following him, which is quite funny. So anyways, I will say that there was only one part of the night where I had to deal with kind of a situation that I didn't really like. And I will just say it, not to shame the person, of course, but really just as an educational thing. So of course I get asked if I want to go upstairs and play with some of these men, and I think that that's fair. These guys have paid money to come into a place and looking for good times. I'm just a different breed of person. Like, I need more connection. I don't go to sex clubs to have sex a lot. I go to make friends and socialize, and then maybe I'll make a friend, and then if I see them a few more times, like, maybe we'll hook up. So I'm a little different. But this one guy, he did ask if I wanted to go upstairs and play, and I said, no, I'm not here to play. And then I did say that I'd give him a tour, so I offered to to escort him upstairs. I said platonically, right? I'm very clear about managing people's expectations, especially about sex. You don't want to tease somebody, right? And so he said, understood, yes, it's platonic, right? And then this is what he said next that I didn't like, and this is the kind of the point that I want to make, is he said, come on, how about 5 minutes? And I was like, 5 minutes of going, and he's like, and I'm just like, no. And I said, I've already said no. I shouldn't have to say no again. And at that point, he understood that he had crossed the line, and he was just like, kind of, all right, no worries. And he kind of moved away from the pool, and that's just how things go down sometimes. But I will say this. I don't think there's anything other than a 0% chance of success. And I mean 0. If a girl says, no, I'm not interested in playing, if your next line is, come on, how about for 5 minutes? I don't think it's going to work. I just don't think it's a good second line. I think, I don't know, it was one of those moments where I was like, no, I've already said I'm not playing. I don't want to be asked if I wanted just for 5 minutes. No, the answer was no. And so he didn't get a tour. I didn't end up showing him upstairs because I just felt like he crossed a bit of a line. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with persistence, but there is a problem with consent. And when someone has clearly said no, then it really is a line that's been crossed if you ask again. So, and Oasis does have a consent policy, no means no. So anyways, that was most of the night. I met a couple people in the pool. That one of them plays in a band and had this really cool tattoo I asked him about, and he was good shit, just really good energy. And then he ended up having sex with one of the other people I met. Beautiful person, blue hair. Yeah, I don't know the pronouns. I think maybe non-binary or she, I'm not sure, but she was lovely, and she ended up getting eaten out on the pool deck by this guy that was in the band. And so these are people who I was chit-chatting with, and then suddenly they're fucking on the pool deck, and I was like, I'm glad people hit it off here. I'm really glad people hit it off. I did go upstairs on one of my many platonic gangbang tours, and I did see group sex, some really hot group sex, hot people having hot group sex. And I did see what I know it sounds judgmental, but when you see a really kind of gorgeous, perfect body girl, and then a guy that's just close to older age, looks like a transactional arrangement is what I'm trying to say. And so some people buy sex workers to bring to a sex club because they can go and get have sex and fuck this hot girl at a sex club. And I think that's what I saw, but to each their own, right? I have no idea. I'm just I just had the feeling. So I did see sex. I did climb in the red room, the orgy room again, but really just to show the guys that I was with, the young guys that I was with, this is what the room is. It was fun. It was fun. It was I made friends everywhere I went, smoking weed, made new friends out there. I just think one of the biggest takeaways is that you don't need a social life already, friends, to go with you to have a social life at a sex club. You can go as a single human. You can go with a partner, you can go with friends, but you can also show the fuck up as a single person, pay the money, get a locker, put your shit in there, dress down as much as you're comfortable, which to be honest is mostly at least topless, and let yourself live a little bit, because there is a social world out there where people are happy, excited to make new friends. No one blushes when you talk about sex. I feel less pressure at Oasis Sex Club about being picked up than I do in a bar. In a bar, And I'm always kind of on alert of like, is someone coming from behind? Like, are they going to like, you know, it's usually somebody I'm sitting by that'll like ask me for my number or something. But that is a little bit more pressure than even going to a sex club. I was topless in the pool. I had a little bottom on, thong bottom. And I just felt so fucking comfortable. So comfortable around these men with their dicks hanging out, just because I love these environments. I thrive in these environments. And I hope that other people who are thinking about going to a sex club, they're not all the same. And theme night matters a lot. Before you go to a sex club, Google what the theme is that night. For example, I have gone to a sex club, even Oasis before, where I had shown up on a night that was like extreme kink or extreme fetish or something, I remember. And I remember I smoked a little bit of weed and it was a problem and I had to leave. I was a little bugged out. I was seeing things that were a bit more kinky than I was comfortable with at the time. And so there's times when I've gone expecting a good night and had to leave in 20 minutes. So there's times when, you know, for example, I don't like cum, like I don't take cum shots in the mouth or anything, like I just don't. And there's like bukkake nights. I'm like, I'm not gonna go to bukkake night. I'm not like that kind of girl. But yeah, so theme is very important. And I would just say, what the fuck are you waiting for? Go book a ticket, make yourself go. If it sucks, you don't have to do it again. But I think sometimes people join this lifestyle just to make friends. There's people like me who join this lifestyle to make friends and not just to fuck people who I go to these clubs with. So if you want to make friends and you're an adult and you like sex positive people and think it's cool to see dicks about or boobs about or people giving a blowjob in the pool or whatever, like, then this is the place for you. So anyways, I had a wonderful time. I hope to see those gentlemen again that I met. I hope that they sign up for my YouTube. One of them, I was like, I'll check, I'll make sure, because he was like, I'll subscribe. I'm like, turn notifications on. But I was teasing him. So anyways, that was my night. And I just kind of cut home. I got a little dress on, no bra or anything, because I just came from the sex club and I just basically threw this on so I could like leave the club in clothing. So that's it for tonight, boys and girls. Hopefully you liked the video. I will have many more videos to come, and one of these times I'll have hot steamy sex and you'll be the first to know. But yeah, until next time, bye everybody.